Yeah. Okay, I think, can you hear me? Am I on? All right, how about sound? Hey everyone, how are you today? This Judge Desire for Knowledge at your service, always. Service to the people. All right, so I'm in the sunny shores of Dominican Republic. It is so loud here. There's everyone is in these condos this weekend, so we're live from Dominican Republic, enjoying this Holy Week. They have it. They make it a big celebration here, actually. So instead of going on my balcony, I decided to stay in here because there's so much music and stuff going on, and I didn't want to get distracted or actually not, you wouldn't be able to hear me even with the mic. It's so loud, and they're having a great time out here. They're very good people. They enjoy life. I'm sorry. They enjoy life, and that's what it is. You got to enjoy life, travel, go get to your destinations, and make it happen for yourselves, right? I'm sorry. Thank you. And so, I was thinking of things that have happened in my past, and to other people that I know as well. And sometimes I use these things for my topic, or subjects, whichever one you choose to utilize it for. But for me, it's my topics and my content. And this one was interesting because it's called Clingy People, the Third Wheel. Do you know one? Because we definitely do. I'm sure everyone has one, or did in the past, or future, even now, in the future to come, or had actually experienced that. But so my content today was to talk and actually dialogue with you all about, have you ever known anyone that was so clingy, um, whether it's a friend or neighbor, family members, that is always clinging to you, or one who becomes unbearable, at sometimes because they can. So the reason why I want to talk about that is because sometimes people don't even know they're doing it, and then we're not discussing it with them. We allow it to happen, and this is where boundaries have to come in. You got to set boundaries. I have many videos on boundaries with all people, not just because they're a family member or a good friend, that you allow them to just do whatever. You have to really speak up for yourselves, stand on your ground on, no, this isn't correct, this isn't right. I don't want you around me all the time. I can't be with you every day, or whatever the case may be. The point is that some people don't get it. So if you don't tell them, they're not going to get it, and it's going to happen continually. So I just wanted to discuss that because, especially if you're in a relationship or a marriage, and they can't seem to get that they're the third wheel, that becomes a problem. Whether you're in a social relationship, or a marriage, partnership, whatever you want to call it. I don't mind hanging out with people, but I choose to hang out with people that are married as ourselves. I don't choose to hang around with too many single people, because not that they're unhappy, they're independent, it's beautiful, but you become a third wheel. And in a relationship with two people together, whether it's partnership or marriage, and once in a while that's nice, but it can't all the time. It's not so nice, and I've experienced that before, and I had to explain to the person, like, we have boundaries, bro, sis, sir, ma'am, because if you don't do it, they may think you're mean, but it's not about being mean. They want you to believe it's being mean, but in actuality, you need space. Some people need space. A marriage needs space. So when you're attempting to have a relationship, I'm sorry, a marriage, or you're in partnership, if any form or kind, meet those type minded people. If you're single, hang out with single people. Then there won't be a third real situation at all, right? Because you're all single. But if you remain to hang out with the same people, you don't have friends, you just cling on to married people or people in couples or relationships What's going on with you? Why aren't you in one? I just don't get that. It's, I thought about it for a while and I said, it just doesn't seem right. So I changed everything about that and I said, nope, no more. We'll hang out when we need to, and otherwise, you don't see us. That's it. Because there's no need for people to just only hang out with married people when you're not even dating. I mean, it's beautiful to have friends, beautiful family, but some people have to step aside and realize that you are in a marriage and respect it. Because I respect people and I want to get respected back. Who's that? When Saul Medina Gomez. Hey, Saul, DJ Saul from DR. I hope you got home safe. But people need to get respect boundaries. So um, whether it's family or friends. And I've had that experience before where I had to tell the person, no, you know what? We can't see you like that. We'll see you when we see you. And that's that, period. It's really hard to do because, when you have friends and family, you don't want to hurt them, or neighbors that, you want to enjoy your neighbors too, but they're not nosy. I'm not going to say nosy. They're clinging on having you as a friend, and they're single as well. And you're like, okay, so I don't mind you coming over, but you're always wanting to see us. When we're leaving and when we're coming, then there's a problem with that. I'm like, okay, how did you know I was home? How do you know I'm not home? Besides the car being there. Because sometimes a car could be home and you're not home, but when I'm home, it's ridiculous. So these are what I call clingy people. And a lot of family members believe that they have the right to, like, a type of entitlement to you because they're family. And I'm like, no, you don't have that entitlement. If we invite you because we want you there. But if you're inviting yourself, then you're not. It's just show you a sign of, okay, I didn't invite you. Why are you here? Or why are you calling me every day to see what we're doing? Get yourself a life. People have to get their own lives together. We don't mind friendships and people, we love you, but sometimes, I mean, really clingy people would definitely not be the ones that I want to have friendship with. If you're calling every day, every week to see what we're doing, what aren't you getting a life for yourself? What's going on with my lighting? Oh, that's the sun. They're partying over here. Party over here. So I'm inside because of this party over here. Camera is got a, yeah, I see that. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but thank you, DJ Saul. So if you say you are not available to a person, family, neighbor, or whatever, to hang out with them, and they are angry at you, they are clingy. Simple as that. All right. Number two, when they constantly text or call to see what you're doing daily, or at least several times a week, they are clingy. Like, really, ma'am, sir, sis, bro, we love you. But, I've had that, like I said, growing up, I've had clingy people like that at work. You go to lunch, they want to go with you. Sometimes you want to be alone. You don't want to go to lunch every day with the same people. I'm a leader, I'm not a follower. So people used to go to lunch in groups when I worked where I used to work. I work in a different area now, but where I was before, they all go in groups and cliques, and I don't belong to a clique. I choose not to be in cliques. I'm a leader, I'm not a follower. So if I go out with people, I'll say, hey, let's just go to lunch today. That's once a week, not every day. Some people need space, they need to think. But people think people like myself are mean because we're not sociable or anti-sociable, and it's not true. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not true that you're antisociable. It's true that people are going to need to do this for themselves, to get out there and just want time for themselves. So number two is the one that I stated. When you constantly text or call and see what you're doing daily, at least several times a week, they are clingy. Number three, when they want to know everything about your whereabouts, your business, and want to include themselves without asking first, they are clingy. Yes, that's someone that's clingy. So understand and notice that. Yes, we love people, we're sociable, we're going to be with you. But once you are too clingy of a person, that's when we're like, wait, stand back. If we invite you, we want you there all the time. So if we didn't invite you and you inviting yourself, that's a different situation. So we invite our friends, our DJ Raul Saul. He was with us. We had a great time here, and we wanted him to come back again. See, there's a difference when you want, and then there's a difference when you're like tired of people that they don't wait for you to invite yourself themselves. They invite themselves like they have an entitlement to you in your life and your social life. I don't like that. That's not good. That's not healthy. We want to have healthy relationships with people, healthy friendships, healthy family relationships. That's the only way to do it. Now, sometimes people are clingy because they're lonely, so I understand that. And I don't mind being with people that are lonely, but if you're over lonely, then why is it you don't have friends? Why is it you're not married or in a relationship? So something's wrong then. You can't cling on to me all that every day, all day, everywhere. And I mean, I can't even go to the beach, you coming. I can't go to the bedroom, you're coming. I mean, that's clingy. I'm just making an example. No one has done that. But this is really embarrassing, and it's hard to tell people, but you have to set your boundaries. And like I said, I have videos with setting boundaries, video 1 and 2. I also have nosy versus curious. That's another one. And it's not to beat down people, it's just to recognize people and notice that that's not right. It's not good. And once you educate people about it, they get to notice that, then they'll change it. So it's about education. If you educate your people, they'll learn from it. And so number 4, if they watch you on social media to find out what you're doing every day, those type of people, I've had that for my job. Like, I'll go to work and they'll be, oh, I saw you grilling. I'm like, okay, that's why I'm on social media putting it up. But you're monitoring me too. Like, you don't like the grilling, you don't press the button like, but you're there. I don't get it. You're watching me. That's like monitoring. I think I'm going to put that as another content show, actually. So that's another example of people that are monitoring you, and that's also considered boundaries for me. I don't mind social media. I come out there, I grill, I'll put it up. Whatever I put out there because I choose to, but at least respect and like it. Don't tell me the next day when I go to work, oh, I saw your grill, your food looked good. I didn't even know you were there to give you a thank you. I mean, I would like to thank you. So at least let me know you're looking at it. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. But the point is, if you're not doing that, why are you watching me? Even here on social media. This on YouTube, I was talking about Facebook. I throw up my grill skills all the time. And so when I go to work, a lot of people always tell me about it, but I've never seen them like the pages. So I'm like, okay, I didn't even know you was watching my page. Um, Gracias. Oh, de nada, DJ Saul. So that's if they watch you or on social media, all social media, to find out where you're going every day and you haven't included them, they are clinging. That's right. And number 5, if you see your neighbors always checking on you when they pass your house. I mean, I sometimes I'm on my deck in the States, and my deck has like a surrounding of trees where you can't see me, and I see them going slow to see if I'm on my deck. I mean, what is that about? That I don't know if that's nosy or clingy. What do you think? Oh, okay. So if they're doing that and they know when you're home and when you're not, they are clingy. Okay. If a family member says you abandoned them, but you with your spouse or your friend, they are clingy. If you are living your life, then there's no need for others to if you're living your life and they're not living theirs. This is another one. If you're living your life and they're not living your life through you, I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know how to say it. I'm living my life, but you want to live your life through me. That's not good. You should want to live your life through yourself. You can't live your life through me or any other person. You have to make yourself happy, which is why I have a self love, self care video also, so that people can learn to have more self love, you know, because once you love yourself, and I don't mean to love yourself where you become snotty and rude, but to love yourself enough to know to let go, to know that when you're too nosy or you're clingy, you'll see the negatives. And usually, when you see the negatives, then you learn to stop. Because I have a lot of negatives. Everybody has it. So when I notice it, I go, oh my gosh, I know I did this. I'm not doing that again, you know, because no one's perfect. But if you don't see it, it's going to be consistent. And when it's consistent, it becomes a pain to other people. And that's where other people have to stand up and set boundaries. All my videos will show you all those things I'm talking about: self love, self care, self worth. You got to have self worth. Because if you don't feel worth of yourself, worthy of yourself, no one else is going to. So that's really important. And so I also have steps to stop a clingy person, to stop a clingy person from relying on you all the time. One, tell them they're clingy. You got to get straight to the point. Um, and that they're a third wheel. If you have a spouse or partner, because they may not know that they're doing it, which is what I said already. And then two is set boundaries. Like I said, sorry, I need some water. Set boundaries between you and them. It doesn't mean that you won't see them or they won't be in your life. It just won't be, they're not your entire life, especially if you have a spouse or a partner, you know? So set boundaries by being truthful without hurting other people's feelings. They may get hurt, but sometimes you have to say things to people so they get it, even if it hurts them sometimes, because if they don't, they're going to continue, and you're the one that's going to be hurt, you know, because you don't want to tell them that it's a problem. And three, explain what a third wheel is. They are, if they don't understand the term, a wheel is defined as a person who violates the space of marriages or couples or someone in a social situation where they don't belong. Now we have friendship, but if you're clingy, that's not a friendship. That's not healthy. That's too, you know, it's not good. Um, and I said number four is to set them straight. So they should have a single person, you know, like themselves, hang out with people like you, friends, seek a relationship and other, and make friendships. I mean, it's not that hard unless you just don't like people. But then to cling on to someone and you don't like people, why are you clinging on to me? I don't want someone that doesn't like people hanging out with me, because you should have your own life and your own relationships. Wait, again, blah, 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 blah. Siempre obviamente en el uno de están. Yep, definitely. Thank you. Who's that? Oh, okay. That's true. Yeah, there has to be barriers set. And if they are insulted in any way or form of you setting boundaries, then they have no respect for you and your space. I mean, it's that simple. If you don't tell someone, how they're going to know? So you have to. And if they're upset by it, they have no respect for you and your relationship or your marriage. Terminate the friendship. That's the next step. They have to either respect your boundaries, respect your space, and not be clingy, or terminate the relationship, you know, because obviously they have other agendas. Because I've seen single people do that. Not all of them are like that, but manipulative women and male. There's some women I've seen them break up couples, and they do it on purpose. So basically, I try to make sure, now that I'm married, especially, that we pick and choose the type of friends we hang out with. And basically, I prefer to have people that are couples and married hang out with us. And if you're single and hang out with us, you're very special. We love you, because that's the only way we will have a single person hang out with us, because we know people are damaging to each other, and they always talk about marriages being wrong, and we don't want to hear negativity. We come in positive vibes here. This is a good vibe energy channel. This is positivity, and we're not going to have people that come up against marriages to us and talk about other women or men in front of us. Nope. So that's why we don't hang out with any really single people. But if we do, we love you because we know that you're not that type of person and you're not clingy. But that's the next thing to do, is to terminate any relationships like that for your own sake, for your relationship or your marriage or whatever social relationship you may have, because and you're not going to tolerate them being clingy anymore. They'll need to seek healthy relationship, or maybe self-love, self-work. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube on helping yourself if you have a clingy friend, or you are a clingy person, and find out what you can do about ending that needing to be around people instead of loving yourself. Because if you can't be by yourself, then you're not loving on yourself enough. Pampering yourself is beautiful. Then you can love other people. So thank you for hearing me out today. This is Judge Desire Finale. I love you all. I'm hoping you all having a blessed and wonderful day. Please comment about this content. If you like, you can go check my other contents. I'm going to be putting up my horseback riding adventure video soon, probably this weekend, if not early next week, so you all can see the adventures here in the Dominican Republic. This is a special week. It's Holy Week. It's a holiday here, so everybody's out here everywhere. So I will be filming. I'm trying to go live with my phone instead of at home. I want to be out live everywhere. So please subscribe and like and share so that my video can get out there. All right, because I'm only here for self-help, self-care. So I hope to see you real soon next Saturday at 3 o'clock. And if that before then, with my travels in the Dominican Republic, always love and light. Blessings.